Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel of crafting, crochet and knitting. My name is Nikki. How are you guys doing? As always, let me know in the comments down below because you know I like to know what you're making. So, how am I doing? I'm doing well. I'm a little red in the face, and that is because after what seems like months of complaining about the weather, we finally have sunshine here in the UK. I'm so excited. I need to get the sun cream out because, as you can see, we are going full lobster here. So yeah, amazing. I'm super excited. As you can tell, we're having a barbecue this afternoon, veggie barbecue because I'm vegetarian, but we've got like loads of sort of veggie skewers planned, and halloumi and paneer, and yeah, just lots of little veggie goodies to go on the barbecue. So yes, super excited. And because it's sunny, I decided to take the opportunity to go out for a drive to a local shopping centre that I haven't been to in a while. And I found some yarn. I know, I wasn't supposed to buy yarn. I found some yarn, but I also deliberately went looking for books, and I got home and started showing them to my husband and realised that he doesn't care what they are, but you guys might. So I'm going to show you not only the books that I got today, but also the books that I have in my collection. It's not a very big collection. I went today looking for them because I wanted to expand my my library, as it were. So yeah, I'm just going to start with the one that you know I love and I dip into all the time, which is the Snuggle and Play crochet book. And I love these cute origami's. They have everything from sort of domestic animals through to parkland animals through to more savannah animals, and they're this lovely set. They have this cuteness and they're very similar patterns, so that they just tie together in this adorable mix. And you know that I want to make one of every creature that's in this book. So this book, according to the back, retails at 16 UK pounds. I got this a while ago though, so I don't know if that is indicative of the current price. And I also got this on a massive deal. I always look for deals on my crochet books and knitting books. And I also think about how many patterns in the book I'm going to do. I don't typically buy online for that reason. I typically try and get into local stores so I can scan through and see, okay, actually how many patterns would I use? And I saw this and fell in love. So yes, as you know, I use that all the time. It's totally worth it. The next one that I got was actually a Christmas present. I think it was Christmas present, or it might have been a birthday present from my husband. Again, before he was my husband, so this book is really old, and it is the Once Upon a Knits. So this is just combining a love of fairy tale with a love of knitting. You can see on the front we've got Red Riding Hood's cloak. It doesn't have a UK retail on it. It's a US retail of $20, so that gives you some idea. But there's all sorts of things. There's some that are really obvious, so let's just find the contents. There's some that are really obvious, so things like a foresty woodland throw, sort of a princess hat and wand, fairy wand, and there are other things which are sort of less obvious. So there's lots of shawls, and they've kind of got these patterns and motifs that are inspired by the fairy tales, but also are suitable for everyday use. So some really good bits in there. So for example, I need to do this a lot where I put it on the side because I can't show you the pattern, but sort of just like, this is like a wicked queen shawl there. So it's just this dark motif. So yeah, and then what else have we got that I can show you? There were some really nice socks in here, Jack and the Beanstalk inspired socks. Let me see if I can find those real quickly. Here they are. Okay, so just slide it off to the side there. Look at that, absolutely lovely. So yeah, some really nice things in this book to try out. I did try making a shawl from here and I was messing up entirely, partly I think because I bit off more than I can chew, partly because I think I had the entirely wrong yarn to do it with, so yeah. We changed our minds. We'll come back to that book when I'm feeling a bit more confident. The next one was also a gift, but I knew about this one, so I asked for this because another YouTuber actually mentioned this on their podcast. I'm fairly certain that YouTuber was Kaz from The Wee So and So. I will link them in the description so you can find their channel. And they were talking about making their own designs. Now, if you're a designer, or even if you just knit designs to sell at craft fairs, there's always some sort of ambiguity over, can you sell this if it's not your pattern? You know, is the copyright on the pattern or is it on the product? And so Kaz decided to invest in this book because the patterns themselves are just the patterns, and you would actually have to put your own thought into how you work them into a hat or into a jumper or a cardigan, etc. So actually, in that sense, it's your intellectual property once you've put it into your own design, and you can work it and sell it. And these designs themselves, these patterns, are pretty traditional patterns, so it's not really something that's copyrighted. And I just thought that would be really good way for me to learn Fair Isle, because I really want to get into colour work. And I just thought 200 patterns, definitely definitely what I would need. So yeah, this retails at £15 in the UK. I bought this more recently than the other books, or my husband bought this for me more recently than the other books, so I think that's pretty indicative of what you can expect it to be. But I think I did get it on a deal still, so it was a bit cheaper, but you can't complain for 200 Fair Isle designs. I love this one. This one's my favourite on the front page there. Look at that fiery, bright, saturated colours popping on the background of cream. Love that. So yeah, really excited to try some more of those. I think my problem right now is I have to make jumpers before I can start designing jumpers. So we'll get there. We will get there. Okay, so on to today's acquisitions. So the first one is another knitting book, and it's by Debbie Bliss. Now, I have not used a Debbie Bliss pattern before, but Debbie Bliss is one of those designers whose name just keeps cropping up, and so when I saw this book and the fact that it was on such a good deal, I thought I have to have that. So it retails at 13 UK pounds. Like I say, I got it on a massive deal though, and it is baby and toddler knits. Now it says it's baby and toddler knits, but there are actually some patterns there that go up to your 5-year-olds and your 7-year-olds, which is great because this is just going to be amazing for when we want to start a family. And all of my friends are at the age where they're starting families too, so this is such an investment piece for me. And it didn't even cost that much. There's 5 or 6 patterns in here for jumpers and cardigans alone that I really like. So just do the wiggle. Look at that lovely cable jumper there. What else did I find that I really like the look of? I mean, just the jumper on the front page is really lovely as well. So yeah, just, oh yes, this one here, lovely little warm cozy jumper there with the neck as well. So can't wait to try some of the patterns in there. And you know I've been making loads of baby stuff recently because I've been showing you so many baby cardigans and jumpers. This one is for the crocheters. The Crochet Book. Hooks, yarns, stitches, patterns, more. So I already know how to crochet, so the first part of this book is more of a reference guide for me. So it starts with just the simple stitches. So in UK terms, a double crochet, a DC, a triple, a double triple, etc, etc. And then what I liked about it though is that partway after explaining those is a section on just absolutely loads of different finishing, different edges. And what I also really liked is it explains beading, which is something I've not done in my work before. And I can't show you again because it's obviously a book, it's not my patterns, but it has a reference section about things like bubble stitch, cluster and shell stitch, rib stitch for crochet, and how you would combine all those doubles, trebles, etc to get those effects. And then after the technique section, which is really quite nice because after sort of, oh, there's a C2C section in here with a really lovely graph that I want to make. After it talks about certain techniques, there's usually a little pattern for you to do. So there's already patterns just in the first half of the book here in the technique section, but then all the rest of this book all the rest of this half is also patterns as well. And there's just a bit of everything. There's some blankets and cushions, there's some toys, there's some sort of homework things, just sort of like little baskets and stuff. There's a book cover and a phone case. Then you've got sort of hats and scarves, socks, mittens. I love that there is a sweater pattern in here, because I just said that is what I'm about at the moment. So yes, absolutely loving this. There's a toy section. Let me see if I can find the really cute elephant. Now I've got to do the thing where I put it off to the side and then sneak it in. Look how sweet that elephant is. That's so adorable. So yes, can't wait to make the elephant. There's also a baby elephant as well. I'm not going to hold the book up again because this one's quite heavy. Yes, and after toys there's some bags too, so I'm loving this one. This one is retailing at £25, but again I got this on a much reduced discount. Love it. Now I've saved what my audience thinks is the best to last. I know that lots of you love my Harry Potter crochet toys, and I promise you that as soon as I can get hold of the yarn that I need, I'm going to make up a Draco version. I'm going to make up like a Luna version, etc, etc. I've thought about it. I know what I want to do with those. I'm going to basically take the Aldi patterns, so they were Aldi crochet kits with the Harry, Ron, Hermione, Dobby and Hedwig, and I'm going to edit the trio patterns so that I can make a Draco, I can make a Luna, etc. So I'm on it, don't worry, but I thought that you might be interested in this book in particular that I picked up today. Harry Potter Knitting Magic. I have seen this book advertised when it was first coming out, because basically the kits that were being sold, the knitting and the crochet kits with Harry Potter stuff that were being sold in Aldi were being snatched up like hotcakes, and so they actually decided that maybe these people would like a book of patterns too. And this was not sold in Aldi as far as I'm aware. And it retails in the UK at £23, but I again got it on a much reduced discount. And I originally wasn't going to get this, because originally I thought it was things like the scarves, which I already knew how to make myself, Hedwig, I already had a Hedwig pattern, etc. And then I skimmed through it in the shop, and yes, absolutely yes. So I'm going to show you the back, because these are the patterns I'm most interested in right here. This jumper is a yoked jumper, and it's inspired from the time turner. That's what this motif around here is. I love it, and I can't wait to make one of those. There's a whole alphabet in there, so that whatever your name is, you can make a Ron Weasley jumper, which is amazing. And there are so many glove patterns that are complicated, and there's just no way that I'm going to be able to make them right now, but I can't wait to try. In fact, you can see that on the front as well. There's another glove patterns there, inspired by Luna. That is another yoked jumper that I can't wait to try as well. What I will be doing though is the house socks and the house scarf. When I make them, I'm going to be making them in real Ravenclaw colours. This is so controversial, but Ravenclaw colours are not blue and silver, they are blue and bronze. However, this book redeems itself, because if I can find it really quickly, there is there we go. There is a lovely baby dial there, and that there is not a raven, it is an eagle. It says eagle, it says right here, lion, badger, eagle, snake. So I am so happy with that. I think I want to edit the wings a little bit, because it does look a little bit raven-ish, but it is an eagle, so I am very happy because it is Ravenclaw with an eagle emblem. So I am super excited about this book. I ended up talking way longer than I intended to, but you've now seen all the books that I have in my library currently. If I get new ones, I will let you know. So yeah, bit of an impromptu video. I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in the next one.